If you have seen my talks, I'm a big fan of the 5-minute closing keynote. I don't prepare, just kind of think about what is it that's most important to share. I'm going to share something I've never shared. I'm pretty nervous about sharing this. And when I'm done, which is about 5 minutes, we're going to have a rap video. This media team is so incredible that they actually produced a full rap video of our experience today that will show up on the screen. I think that's a wonderful way to end before the talk. The Lego Movie. What was the song? Is Everything Awesome? One of my favorite records, the title of a record of all time, I Hate Being Bipolar, It's Awesome. Yay. Free Guy. What do you always say? Don't make it a good day, make it a great day. In this environment, it's easy to feel like you belong because there's a diversity of age, a diversity of gender, of ethnicity, of region that would allow you to feel like there's other people in this room like me. I think something I so appreciate about the LGBTQ development over the last half a century is that they lived in quiet silence for so long. And there was a real civil rights issue going on. But the problem is for them to actually come out and say, I have an alternate lifestyle that's not accepted by my family, by my culture, to do that, just to make that decision was there were so many consequences with it that the thought of saying, I hate being bipolar was too difficult. So instead, they just kind of lived their life. It's awesome. What do you think innovators are hiding? It's usually a lack of something. There's two primary types of wealth in the world. There's relational wealth. It's to love others and to be loved. It's to have real affection. It's to know that when you need someone, they'll be there. It's to know that when someone needs you, that they'll reach out to you, that you get that special moment to care for somebody. Relational wealth. And then there's financial wealth. The ability for us to have a resource that we can exchange with others in order to get things done, to produce a movie, to create the tech, to recruit the team, to take care of your kids, send them to the school, buy a home, pay rent. Relational wealth over here and financial wealth over here. I have found over and over and over again that the majority of my peers that are innovators are assumed to be financially wealthy, but they are not. Puts them in a very strange position that I think, I don't want to be rude in the comparison, so take it with a grain of salt, but I think there's a reality to, much like the jock, everybody figured that he was just a normal, straight dude. And it was just easier to kind of let people think that that was his life and lifestyle. And he never really could tell people, no, actually, that's not what I'm about. And I don't know how to really tell people that actually I'm not like everybody else. There's something a little bit different in terms of where I am at. And it wasn't until the LGBTQ movement became a real movement that ignited people to step out and say, me too, that's where I'm at. But what I don't see in entrepreneurship, and just to give some clarity, I've been an entrepreneur in residence 4 different places, 2 global nonprofits, the Innovation Hub inside Twitter, as well as the University in San Francisco. I've co-founded 8 companies, not 8 ideas, 8 companies with employees and clients, like 8 real companies in the last 20 plus years. So I think I know some things about entrepreneurship. And I would say that the majority of entrepreneurs are really suffering because even if you think they're extremely wealthy and successful, it is very likely that whatever they had that was extreme wealth was probably lost on some sort of multiple, if not one major risk. I just think it's so easy to feel seen in today's environment if you're only looking at your sexual identity, your skin color, your ethnicity, where you're from, what you're about. But there's like this thing about vulnerability around your lack of resources. And then what's even funny, people that are super wealthy, they hide it. And so I know this is a professional event, and Tricon, thank you for trusting me. And, I guess if you don't like what I'm saying, then you won't invite me back. But most people think I'm extremely wealthy because I've had 8 companies, I've had big exit. I have had 6 and 7 figures in my account. I have had, 7, 8 figures of equity, wealth, and things of that nature. But out of my 23 years of entrepreneurship, like 21 of them have been spent with me deeply in debt, 6 figures or more in debt. And, I carry myself with such confidence, and I live with such unusual risk that most people are coming to me like, can you help me? Can you fund me? What can you do for me? And I just find ways to kind of divert and figure out, well, who can help? And I don't know why, but because I never raised money for my first 7 companies and I got my clients to kind of pay our bills, I just never became comfortable with raising money. But what we're building at Attention Live, I can't really scale it unless we do have capital for it. And I have closed 7-figure investment deals. And for one reason or another, people didn't follow through with the contract that they signed with me, and I'm not going to take them to court. If they don't want to follow through for whatever reason, they got confused, they didn't like it, something caught them off guard in the deal desk, it's like, okay. And so my team has just basically suffered and volunteered to build our company for the most part the last 5 years or so. I'm not telling you this like, so now you should fund me. I'm telling you this because for those of you in the room that are privately hiding and are living quiet lives of great hardship, you're not alone. You can have maxed out credit cards and the credit card companies calling and texting you every day. You can get the letters from the tax man, and you can still serve your client well, you can still pull off an event, you can still love people well, you can still make meaningful impact in business. And I don't know what the next step is, but if the one thing you can walk away from is if you would have left today and thought to yourself, man, Ian, everything is awesome. He makes it a great day. Please understand that the reality is in the privacy of my mind and my heart and my treehouse that I don't own. I live in my parents' treehouse on my parents' property. That it's not so simple. You see, because the reality is everything is not awesome, but so much is. But don't leave today thinking Ian could pull this off because he pays his team so much money, because he has all the resources in the world, because there's nothing he can't overcome. Know that I did this with a team because they love me and they're loyal to me. And in spite of the incredible challenges that I have faced over and over and over again through multiple decades of entrepreneurship. I just haven't let that stop me. But I also haven't known how to be clear and honest and transparent and authentic about that area of my life. And as I thought about this room, and I thought, there's so many people in this room that they feel like they belong, but they wouldn't have had I not been so intentional about calling a diverse group of people to ensure that we had truly unique individual voices to speak about such important things. But it'd be so easy to walk away from this and think, if only I had the stuff that Ian had, if only I had the exits he had, or if only I had the resources he had, then I could accomplish my dreams too. So the takeaway is not, shit, Ian's broke. The takeaway is, nothing can stop me from achieving my purpose if I just have the courage to put one foot in front of the other. I love y'all.